Hi everybody, just wanted to get on here today and teach you a little bit about savings. Okay, so every month we have our regular expenses, things that you pay for every month like your utilities, groceries, gas, certain things like that. But there are also random recurring expenses that you have. Over the course of a year, these expenses may not happen every month, they may happen randomly. You can't really plan for them, you don't know when they're coming, but you know you need to have money set aside for these things. Or it might be something, there might be cases where you know when it's going to happen, like a vacation. But you still want to be saving up money all throughout the year for it so that when it comes, you are ready. So a couple examples that we have for these savings accounts, for these certain savings accounts, is a car, and my finger must have smudged off the seat. Oops. Gifts don't really happen every month, but you do want to have money set aside for when they do, or vacation. Vacation, you should probably know when it's happening, unless you're a really sporadic kind of person, spontaneous kind of person. But you want to have money set aside for all of these things. And what we can do is you can either look back at last year or think, I need this amount of money for these areas throughout the year. And instead of, that month, I'm going to have to fork out $600 for this expense, start saving up for it all throughout the year. Like Christmas is a good one. We should all have a savings fund for Christmas because it happens every year at the same time. Dave Ramsey always tells that joke. Christmas happens every year at the same time, and yet it always surprises us. But we need to have savings accounts for these, and we can save for them all throughout the year. So let's say, like last year, my husband and I spent about $600 at Christmas and for gifts, and we should be saving for those things all throughout the year. So every month we could be setting aside $50 for Christmas every year. Or, the random birthdays that come up. We have lots of people in our family, so it feels like almost every month that there's a birthday. And so we want to get a gift for those people. So every month we've set aside that we're setting aside at least $50 for gifts. Things like car maintenance. That's my daughter screaming in the background. She's playing the sandbox. Hey, Darcy. Car maintenance is a little more random. You can't really plan for it because things like oil changes happen every 3,000 miles, or maybe your brakes go out or something like that. Those things, but you do want to have a certain amount of money set aside for just in case those things happen. So you think about the total money that you are going to spend on these things in a year, and then you want to divide it up throughout every month and put a little bit of money away in every category throughout the year. So every pay period, let's say, like we said earlier, we spend $50, or we put away $50 every month for gifts, whether it's Christmas or whether it's birthday gifts, Father's Day, Mother's Day gifts. Father's Day's on the brain because I still need to go get a gift for my husband. But every month, gotta get money out of here. Every month we'd put away $50 for gifts. Car maintenance. I think my husband told me the other day, like last year, we might have spent $700 or something altogether in car maintenance, repair or bills. So, he's a mechanic, so that's probably a bit cheaper than the normal person because he can do all the labor. We don't really have to pay for that. So we would put away, I don't know, what is it, $55? I can't do that quick math on the spot. But we put $55 away every month so that we'd be ready. Now, something like car maintenance, you might want to set a little more aside at first to get that savings account built up, so that, because probably $50 is not going to cut it unless it's just like an oil change. So you want to get that built up to where you always have like a good amount of money in there in case something more serious did happen. Vacations, things like vacations, you probably know when your vacation is going to happen. So like, let's say if we were going to put, $500 towards a vacation, which is probably pretty cheap. You should probably put more away for a vacation, but we don't take a lot of vacations, so we're not really sure what they cost. You should put money aside every month toward that thing. So think about what your year looks like, make a list. Everybody should probably have a Christmas, vacation, a car fund, or a gifts fund, and a savings account for those. And you can either use jars, so like jars, or an envelope where every month you take out cash and you put money in those. Might want to do an envelope so that you could had it under the mattress or something like that. No, but another thing, something that we just started doing, is at our bank TD, they have everyday savings accounts, and they get free transfers. So you can put money in, take money out as often as you want. And so what we do is we just do it once a month, but you could do every pay period, whether it's every week or every 2 weeks. Every month we put money in that savings account, and you can make lots of them. So you could have a different savings account for car maintenance, for gifts, for vacation, or 8 others if you want to, and put money in those savings accounts on our online banking every month for the total of what, and work towards that total of what we need. So I hope this helps, and this is something good so that we don't get surprised. My daughter's starting to scream, so I gotta hurry up. You don't want to be surprised when these things comes around, because a lot of these things you're already planning for anyway. Some of these things you can't really plan for, but you do know they're going to come, even if you don't know when. So we need to be setting aside money every month for these different expenses that are random and happen more than once a year. So start doing that. Make a list and then figure out how much money do I need in total for these different expenses, and then start saving a little bit for it every month. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a good day. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them below. Bye.